I gotta say that when BMW Motorrad first approached us to see if we'd like to test their new F900R, I was a little surprised because I thought that the previous generation F800R was well sorted and doing a pretty good job of holding down the middleweight fort for BMW. But after spending a few days on the new F900R, I totally came to appreciate why BMW did what they did. I mean, after all, the new F850 GS parallel twin power plant is hitting it out of the park. The option of punching out that twin liquid-cooled block to a 900 certainly gave the BMW engineers the perfect platform to power their new generation middleweight roadster. So too the frame, also borrowed from the F850 GS, but with a slight tweak to the steering geometry. But what really sweetens the new F900R for me are the engine dual riding modes, the new TFT color information screen, and the very confidence-inspiring safety nets baked into the whole package. Dynamic traction control, dynamic brake control, and engine braking control all make for a very nice package. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's catch up with this week's guest road tester, Mark Mulrenin.
So Mark, you're a BMW owner. I thought it would be nice to throw you on the new F900. I nearly said F800 because that was the previous incarnation of this motorcycle. They've punched it out to an F900 now. What was your first impression when you saw the bike?
Well, it's a great looking bike. It's a lot smaller than my R1150 RT, and I was just blown away with the fit and finish of it. It just, it just looks marvelous.
Yeah, it's a sport bike to be sure, and it's almost, I would almost say naked sport bike, but the front and center, the star of the show is the new 900 motor. What did you think of it when you fired it up?
I like the 900 motor. We were talking about the exhaust, and it's got a great sound. It revs quickly, it hit the rev limiter a couple of times, and it just, comes right up. It's and the thing was, we were riding around 70, 80 kilometers a day, mostly in third gear, just to, ride the torque curve. It was a lot of fun.
Now it's got the new Grembro brakes on it. How did you find it for stopping? Obviously it's got ABS, but just the feel of the brakes?
Yeah, they were very progressive. They weren't wooden at all, and they just felt very good. Yeah.
How was the suspension for you?
It was nice and tight, and it was, we weren't going over any really bumpy roads today, but it was just, it felt very good. I feel it's compliant, but yet it's, it's nice and firm.
What about the riding position? I'm 6 foot tall. I found my legs were just a little cramped, but overall it was comfortable. What about for you?
Yeah, I have another bike which my legs are up a little higher on it, and it feels a lot like that. Mm-hmm. You're over into the wind, which I liked. You're not right over where, your back would hurt kind of thing. It's still an upright position. Yeah. I found it, very comfortable that way.
In terms of the saddle, the fit, the finish, the paint, everything like that, what did you think of that?
Well, the saddle was really interesting because I got on it and I thought, oh my goodness, I was kind of pushed down into the tank at first. But then I got a little bit used to it, and it's great having, the bump here to hold you back during the acceleration and that. It was at the end of the day, or the end of the morning, I felt very good about that. I just like the fit and finish of it. It's, the different finishes that are on it. It's just a great looking bike.
So I don't know, Mark, every time I looked at you today, you were smiling, so I knew you were having fun, but was there anything you didn't like or anything you would change if this was the second bike in the garage? Well,
I think the maybe a little bit more plusher seat might be good for me, but other than that, I just like it. I think it's a great bike.
Yeah, no, so you like it. You have a variety of motorcycles in your garage, I know that. So who would you recommend this to?
Well, it's an urban commuter bike. It's small and light. It get into tight places. But, on the weekend, you could throw some bags on it and then, go away on it. It's just an all-round bike, I think. It's for somebody that wants to, step up from, a beginner bike. It's, fast enough. It's comfortable. it could be a lot of things to a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, it's certainly got enough power and enough amenities that you could go away for a tour on this motorcycle, quite frankly, because of the luggage.
Sure.
But I like that idea that it's also just light and nimble, so you could just, if you wanted to just go for a quick ride somewhere, it's like a no-hassle motorcycle. Just throw a leg over, go.
That's it, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Mark. You did a fantastic job today, and I hope you had some fun.
I did. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Awesome.